There we go.
This is like fun with other, running friends. So I'm like, I'm going to do it because I knew it would put me in a good mood.
You are my BRF.
What's happening, Eric?
There for your victory lap.
Yeah.
Whoa!
I just said, how did that happen?
How did you do that?
And all of a sudden I go to zip it up and I'm like, why is the zipper in the front right now? 0 out of 10 on the recommendations,
I am literally crying from laughter and from so much love. Oh my God.
It's like I feel for your cornhole.
And he just smashed Arnie like that and said, you stay out of this, Arnie. And I
But
thought,
I don't run to stay sober. I get to run because I am.
And there she was, a halo over her head.
No, it's not very true. Okay.
And he steps to the side and just gestures. Here's the tinkle pot.
I don't need to tinkle.
What's up, everybody? And welcome to episode 207 of the On the Runs podcast. And I'm back, baby. It's Super Bowl week, and the Pats are in the big game, and everyone in New England hates us again. Erica's home safe and sound from the storm, and the bad news is we have 6 more weeks of winter, all thanks to a groundhog. I'm finally running again. We had a goalie fight over the weekend, and 6-Star loves hockey warm-ups. We have a great guest on today's pod, but first, before we get to any of that, I must say hello to my kick-ass rock-star co-host, the one who eats chicken so delicately that if the bird was still alive, it would look at her and say, "Did you pinch me?" 6-Star Erika, what's up?
It was staged, okay? I eat chicken better than that. I just don't like to get my fingers
That was so
dirty.
funny. You took a tiny bit of the skin.
Clearly it was staged, but Tara just like she said, she was going to go in and motorboat the damn thing.
I did not think it was staged. I actually thought that was real. And I was like, how do you know if that tastes? Because you're like, very good. After the tiniest little taste. Unbelievable.
Literally, I'm
Great
like,
content when you were in Myrtle Beach. Great job to both you girls.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you. We had fun.
Yeah. Glad you had fun. How are you? What's up?
I am good. I am cold, and I'm very mad at Punxsutawney Phil because he sucks, and I don't want winter anymore.
But you're powering through though, because Winter Warrior is over. You did it.
You must be freaking thrilled though. Like just having all the skiing time. I mean, yes, Winter Warriors is over, and let me just say, I gave up at the end because I did not want to be outside.
You're a quitter.
It was way too freaking
What
cold.
happened to getting outside your comfort zone for 2026?
I did 120 something miles outside this winter or this January.
You did 123.63.
Thank you.
I fact checked.
Thank you.
Mhm.
And it was very difficult. It was hard, but I did it. And then the last day rolled around when it was like -4 outside. I'm like, nope, calling it. I'm done. So, hey, I did push myself outside of the comfort zone. But what is it about you? The cold doesn't bother you?
No.
Insert Elsa song
the
here
cold
or whatever.
never bothered me anyway. No, like I even skied yesterday without the face mask. Like the sun was
dude.
on me. It was so nice. The wind.
That vitamin D.
The wind is what gets you. The wind
Yes.
is what sucks. Did you see? So I posted the one. I went to the mountain in the middle of the snowstorm. It was
Mhm.
epic. Like every run was like a brand new run. It was so good.
How was driving through that though, man?
Easy. Come on. We're from New England. We know how to do this.
Fair enough.
4-wheel
Fair
drive,
enough.
and you don't drive stupid. Like you take your time to get there, but like you just roll with it. It's not like I'm not driving like an idiot in the snow on the highway passing truckers. You stay in line.
Mhm.
You stay in line.
Yep.
That's what you do.
Oh man, you must have had some real good powder up there, huh?
It's been so good. It's been a good winter. Keep it up. Thank you, Phil. Thank you, Phil. But hey,
No.
I went running and I
Hey,
felt
now.
amazing.
So foot didn't bother you?
Foot did not
Your
bother me.
Gout's
Foot
under
feels
control.
great.
Okay.
It was just like,
Tell me more.
oh, man.
What'd you do? How much?
I did a 20-minute Bex run. I ran a little before and after the 20 minutes. Thank you, Bex, for hanging out with me. And
Wonderful.
I just ran on the treadmill at work, and I'm going to run again tomorrow or today when
I
you're
love
listening.
it.
I'm so excited. Like I took that time off, and my foot feels great. Now, we'll see what happens. Like, does it come back? Does it go? Manage it, diet, going to learn more, see a doctor about it and all that stuff. I'm going to learn. Like,
Okay.
going to take care of it. It's, as we assume from Dr. Google, it's gout. So it
Mhm.
wasn't like an injury, but I mean, it could have been, but like it hasn't bothered me. I've skied over 20 times. I put my foot in that
Alright.
ski boot. Like It's fine in the boot, but like getting in there sometimes is rough, right? So not rough like because
Yeah,
of
you
the
gotta
gout, but
bend
just
it the
hard.
wrong
It's
way,
hard.
right? Yeah.
So I ran.
Hey, I'm proud of
so
you, though.
excited. And I
Good for
ran 2
you.
miles. You ran 123
outside.
outside. Oh,
I
yeah.
had
I
like
didn't go outside. I was on a
180.
treadmill at work. It was nice. A
I
little
love
sweat
my
session.
treadmill. I am so privileged to have a treadmill, and it is the only thing that's really getting me through this training cycle, especially with my night runs. And at night, you just can't see if it's icy out, and I don't want to risk that. I don't want to get injured.
Now, you have a Peloton
I'm over
tread, and you can
Sure
watch
do.
other things on the tread. You don't have to just, take a Bex class. You could watch YouTube or Netflix and anything, right?
Yep.
And you've been watching hockey players.
You guys. All right. Please reach out to me if anybody else has watched Heated Rivalry because I am obsessed. And yes, I love hockey now. I like hockey. And so there's like a combo. I think I messed up my Instagram algorithm a little bit just because. So Peloton had like a Magic Mike class. Like Tunde was holding it, and like they had the Magic Mike live dancers come into the studio because there's like a Broadway show now. And anybody want to go see that? But anyways, it showed up, and I was like sending it to people, and then like somebody took the Pony song and put it to like hockey players doing their stretching, like the hip stretches, and then I'm like, oh, so this is my thing now. And then I picked up Heated Rivalry, and oh my god, nonstop hockey. And oh god, it's great. I love it.
So in hockey, there's this, warm-ups. You go out for warm-ups, and stretching is important. Like groin injuries are very common. So we know like special stretches and everything, and we know what you're doing. But all of a sudden, all over social media is this theme. And I've known Erika, how long have I known you? Over 20 years. You've never sent me anything juicy or spicy, right? I might send you something, but you've never sent me anything juicy or spicy. You're like, ooh, look at this piece of eye candy. Look at this Magic Mike thing. Look at those abs. Never. Your stuff's always like fart related. So all of a sudden you start sending me like these clips of hockey players and warm-ups. It's becoming a trend.
I rarely even see running content anymore. I'm like, where'd it go? Like the only person who regularly pops up on the top of my like feed is runner Jess. So thank you, Jess Lindemann, to get me a little bit of running content, and then the rest is just hockey now. So
did you watch the game last night then? Did you watch the Bruins played an outdoor game in Tampa Bay?
Oh, absolutely not. I was still watching Heated Rivalry because I'm on my second go around.
Well, I was very frustrated
Sorry,
with
dude,
that game. I'm sure Jay Duncan can't wait to just lay into me right now.
But
we had a goalie fight. That was cool.
Outdoor game. Where was this?
In Tampa Bay. Are you listening? Pay attention.
Outside in Tampa Bay.
Yes.
Oh, it's still cold down there, isn't it?
Well, actually, it is. Average is like 71, but it was cold that night. They built a tent, like a huge tent on the field, and then they built the hockey rink in the tent where they could control the environment. And they pulled the tent away like 2 hours before the game. And they played like a game in the football stadium where the Bucks play. So, yeah, the Bruins had a 5-1 lead. We blew it. The referees were calling it one-sided. They weren't sticking to their standard. It's typical when there's a big score differential, not to let the other team back, but to manage and not have there be much bullshit. Instead, they gave Tampa 8 minutes of 5-on-3. They came back. They tied it. They won it. I was pretty pissed off.
No.
Aggravated. Because you want to win those games. Those outdoor games. If it was a regular season game, I'd be like, whatever. Like, it is a regular season game, but if it was just in the Tampa arena, I'd be like, okay,
Yeah, but this is different.
But we had a goalie fight.
So, okay, I get how fights break out all the time, but how bad does it have to be for the goalies to fight? Like, paint me a picture,
if
please.
A goalie starts to get in a fight, if there's a scrum around the goalie's net and the goalie gets in, that team has an advantage because they're outnumbering the other team. It's now 6-on-5, all fighting. So naturally, the other goalie has to skate all the way across the ice to make it an even fight. And the NHL frowns on this. They're like, we don't love it anymore. Like in the 90s, it happened all the time. They're like, don't do this. So this was the second goalie fight in 2 weeks, but it was the third goalie fight in like 6 years. So maybe the goalie fights are back. Maybe we had a positive outcome there. Lots of people watching. But Jay, we'll get you in the playoffs. I love this Bruins team. It's a great team.
Throw it down.
But you know who else I love?
Do tell.
I love our guest today.
Me too. He's the only one on my side for the The whole 6-7 thing. We can get into that later.
All right. We have an amazing guest. His name is Alex Baker. We talked to him back in November. We have one more guest from November, too, that will drop next week. It's a good thing to go ahead because we just recorded with our second guest of the year about 2 minutes ago, and we're finally, breaking off the rust. We took about a 2-month break of recording with guests. But Alex is incredible. He hates ketchup, but he hates cancer more. Erika, tell them a little bit about what they're going to hear.
Oh, man. Alex is just such a wonderful person. He is dedicating his many marathons, especially his 6-star journey, to raising money to go towards cancer. I think it's St. Jude's. Am I right?
Yes. No, it was a while ago. Sorry, Alex. I think it is. Yeah, St. Jude's. We talked about it. Yeah.
But he is constantly trying to raise money for these amazing causes and just trying to catch up to cancer.
Yeah, you're going to love his story. It's pretty cool. It's not cool, actually, but it's inspiring what he's doing. So,
yes.
Guys, enjoy Alex Baker on the On the Runs podcast. We'll see you on the other side. Our next guest on the pod is a dad from Indiana who is running to catch up to cancer after losing his wife and having to turn his life around. He started by walking 500 miles, and now he's running marathons around the world and raising money for cancer research. He's not just running, he's also out there volunteering and cheering for all of us, including our very own 6-star Erika. His story of personal loss and weight loss and taking care of himself for his kids is inspirational, but it didn't come without a few bumps along the way. We can't wait to hear it. We are wicked excited to have Alex Baker, a.k.a. Catch Up to Cancer, on the On the Runs podcast. What's up, Alex?
I am so excited to be here. That do
Yes.
just every time it gets me.
That's it. It's the do.
Yeah.
I look
Everybody
forward to
loves
it every
it.
time.
And I'm like, do I do it too much? And they're like, no.
It means you made it. You're on the show.
That's
You made it
right.
on the show.
Yes.
And we're happy to have you, Alex. For me, it's nice to see you again.
You too.
I mean, Eric kind of alluded to that a little bit in his intro, but it's very nice to get to actually chat a little bit more this time.
Well, I actually have that as my icebreaker. Last fall, Erika was at some small marathon called Chicago. I can say it's small because their medals are small. That's a conversation from the past. But you weren't running the Chicago Marathon. I think you were volunteering. But I think one of you went out of your way to find each other, or was it by chance?
Yeah, Erika went out of her way on race morning to come see me. I ran Chicago in 24, and I wanted to give back and see what that side of the marathon experience was. And so I was volunteering outside of Grant Park. That's where I got stationed and was directing people in. And Eric and I were messaging on Instagram that day, and she came over.
DMs.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm very glad you did reach out, and it was only like 2 blocks. It was really nothing, and it was worth it to get to meet you in person, and we got a nice picture and just a quick little chat before the race. But thank you for volunteering. That's always so important, and it is kind of nice to see the other side of things, isn't it?
It is. I also, because I loved Chicago so much, I volunteered at the Indianapolis Monumental Marathon in November, and actually got to hand out medals and put them around people's necks, and just the emotion and joy. It was. I think I'm forever going to do that because it was everything I needed.
Did you get to pick that job as being the medal guy, the medal dude?
Yeah, you get to choose kind of an area, and then I showed up, and they're like, "Go find a spot." And so
when you saw the checklist of things to do, you're like, "Nah, I don't want to clean the porta potties. I'm going to hand out medals."
Right. Finish or shoot is so it's medals or bananas or whatever. But when I had the opportunity to do the medals, I was in.
That is the best job.
I'm surprised Erika took the opportunity to go out of her way to find you, though, especially on race morning.
Agreed.
That's just shocker to me.
Why?
Usually you can barely get her to go outside her national rail trail for a run.
That's not 100% true. I am happy to go out and meet new people. And especially since I knew I was just going to be sitting by myself. I was like, this is a good way to kill some time before the race starts. And so it kind of calmed my nerves a little bit, just having a side quest, I was very excited.
Now, at that time, did you know we were going to have Alex on the podcast?
Yes, you did mention that. So he had reached out to me. He said, "Hey, like I'm going to be on the show in a little while." So we started chatting a little bit in the DMs, and I was like, "Yeah, let's meet up. This is going to be great."
That's so cool. The other thing I want to know, my other icebreaker, is you got this ketchup bottle on your microphone.
I do.
Your Instagram handle is ketchup2cancer.
Yeah.
And then I'm doing all my research, and you hate ketchup.
It's disgusting.
Really?
So gross. Yes.
That's a plot
Of
twist.
all the condiments, ketchup is the only good one. I don't get it. Like, do you not like any condiments, or is it just ketchup?
Just ketchup. Hard out on ketchup. So mustard, mayo,
Where do you land on barbecue
relish.
sauce?
Ooh, that's a pretty hard out too, actually.
What?
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. It's just too much.
What do you put on a steak or something?
Definitely ketchup. No. On a steak?
Well, if you don't like barbecue sauce, like what are you putting on?
I think for a steak, it'd be like a nice butter or like a peppercorn sauce or, something interesting to enhance and not disguise the delicious flavor.
Ketchup on a steak. Come on. That's
Yeah,
going to get
no,
you
like a
kicked out of a
burger.
steakhouse.
Yeah.
Well, he said he didn't like barbecue sauce. That's why I thought, like, what are you putting on a hot dog then? What's your hot dog?
Mustard. I was born and raised in Chicago. You only put mustard on a hot dog, hands down.
Those Chicago style hot dogs are delicious.
They're so good.
So
They're so good.
do you put the mustard on the bun and then the dog on top, or do you put the mustard on top of the dog?
I've gone both ways depending on what I'm doing. There's a place in Chicago area called Gene and Jude's, and they put it on the bun, but then they put a hot dog and French fries on top.
Ooh.
And that's pretty legit.
You know what, Eric? That's it. That's a doc debate question right there.
Yeah, it is a good debate. So I love
Where
a
you
good
put your
chili dog. I love to throw chili on a hot dog, but
Yeah.
the chili has to go underneath. You can even dribble some on top, but underneath is a must. That's a must. So I like a good chili dog. So what if like Heinz Ketchup ever came to you and it's like, hey, we love what you're doing for cancer. We love your handle. We want to sponsor you. And then you're like, that's cool, but I hate you.
Well, they could actually convince me that maybe ketchup is great, and we could deep dive a little bit of the how ketchup is made and why it is a chef's kiss sauce.
Yeah.
I beg to differ, but
True listener of the pod when you do that. Chef's kiss. Heinz could also be like, have you tried our ketchup? Because ours is better than the Market Basket brand kind or whatever. And this is why. Yeah, you could make some content out of that.
Yeah, totally.
But then you'll be forced to have ketchup all the time.
I know. For someone who hates ketchup as much as I do, I get now gifts of ketchup. I had 5,000 packets of ketchup that were delivered a couple days ago because we're giving them out at a parade. Like, I have invested so much money in ketchup recently, and I never for consumption, but just we gave it out as a for trick or treat as well. We gave out ketchup packets to the kids that came by, and oh yeah, we're leaning in.
That's awesome.
Do kids know that you're the ketchup house? Do they come to you on purpose? They're like, let's go get some ketchup.
Yeah. This was the first year we did it, but yes, we had people come back.
Mom's like, we're out of ketchup. Can one of you run over and see Alex?
You know what
That's
it
right.
reminds me of? I've seen a video of these people who were there for trick or treat, and you had the option of either taking a candy bar or a potato. And so many people actually pick the potato. And I mean, I don't know why. I mean, I love potatoes, but I also love candy. So I don't know what my game day decision would be, like potato or candy. So kind of the same thing.
Our neighborhood did the potato. Someone did ramen, like there tangerines. Like there were a ton of like random things in our neighborhood this year.
I love the variety. It's great.
Yeah, it was so random.
Well, let's get into it. And I think we got to kind of explain the ketchup thing.
Yeah.
Because you hate ketchup, but you hate something else more.
Yeah.
Tell us what that is, and let's get to know you a little bit. Tell us a little about yourself.
Yeah. So I hate ketchup, but I hate cancer more. In 2019, I lost my wife to stage 4 colorectal cancer. She was diagnosed in 2017 in October. And we went through a wild journey of, it was about 16 months. She went through treatments. There were 25 rounds of chemo, 50 rounds of radiation, surgeries, like 5 different hospitals that we, got treatment at, et cetera. So it was a horrendous journey.
Mm-hmm.
And, and we'll, I'm sure, get to this here in a little bit, but, along the way, I realized as I started running and started investing in myself that I could invest in the world better. I could make an impact. And so it's time to catch up to cancer. And my fiance and I thought, it would be very funny to hand out some ketchup packets at a parade. And so we were like, okay, let's do this. And we sat on the idea, and I found out it was only $50 to enter the parade. I was like, let's do it. Let's, I'm mowing the lawn.
It's an experience.
Yeah. Like how do I take fundraising? How do I take Ketchup and make this, combined? And so Ketchup to Cancer was the inspiration. And so yeah, now I'm, the ketchup guy, I guess.
What does it say on your little ketchup there? It's like a running ketchup, just like our running stoolie.
It really does look like stoolie. Like there's
it could be his buddy.
Yeah, it says Ketchup to Cancer on it. Yeah, best friends, besties.
So I think you can get custom ketchup packets made, with your logo on it, or with. Yep. Do we have a name for him? Is it Catchy?
It's Catchy. Yeah.
Shit!
Our kids named him Catchy.
Hold on a second.
That's so cute.
Yes.
He's so proud of himself.
How lucky did I get with that name?
That was great.
Holy shit. I did not know that before. I'm being totally honest right now. Wow. Stoolie and Catchy. We need to do some content where they're together.
They really are
Let's do it. Yeah.
It's how did you come up with Catchy there? How do you make that logo?
Yeah, I actually used ChatGPT, and then I have a graphic design background, so I used it kind of as a starter, and then tweaked and twisted and did all the little pieces to it. But yeah, we got Catchy now.
You should see the start of Stoolie. We did it on Snapchat.
Oh, did you?
Erika did it. Yeah.
I just took a giant poop emoji and drew legs on it.
Yeah. And then
amazing.
We have a girl who did some of our graphic design when we started, and we still go to her when we need something like that I can't figure out in Canva. And she was listening to the podcast, saw it maybe on Instagram or something, and she's like, hold on a second, and brought Stoolie to life. It was so great.
Stoolie is amazing.
Yes. Do you have any stoolies? Did Erika give you some in Chicago?
She did not, but we were
not
talking
think
about
of
it.
I know. Yeah. It goes. Yep. But I'm going to send him some after this, so don't worry. He's going to get some.
Yes. Awesome. But all right, Alex. So we know a few things about you. We know your wife passed away from cancer.
Yeah.
Before COVID, I think it was in 2019. So she didn't get to live through any of that, which is maybe the only takeaway we have. That was a time.
It was.
But before this, what was your life like before cancer? Were you active? Were you running? Were you fit? Or were you and your wife just chasing the kids around?
Yeah, so I was definitely not athletic at all. The last time I'd really done any athletics was probably 13 or so before we moved to Indiana. And so I was pretty stagnant and spent a bunch of time on the couch. Amanda and I went through some struggle with fertility as well. And so we took about 3 years before we were finally able to have our son. But as you can imagine, running around after a 3-year-old at the time, we're just doing all the things, taking, dreaming about going to Walt Disney World, doing all the kid things. And
Eric knows. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kid stuff.
It was an amazing experience, right? And I think what I realized is how much of a struggle it was for me to do those things, not being healthy, not being having the ability to kind of keep up with a 2-year-old, 1-year-old, 3-year-old, whatever. And so that really, after she passed, that was kind of a big turning point for me of, how do I move forward from this? So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So, 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 yeah
And then
But-
you're a single dad. Like,
Yeah.
if you didn't have the time when you had your wife around, Amanda, right?
Yes, Amanda.
How do you
Yep.
find the time after? It's just like, we'll get to there, but that's incredible because you
Yeah.
at some point realized you had to make a change.
Yeah. It's very different. Like the day she was diagnosed, our whole world got turned upside down, right? We were at the hospital at like 2:00 in the morning when they gave us the results and just said, hey, you need to go see an oncologist in the next 48 hours because it's really bad.
Well, what was going on
no.
that got you to the hospital at 2 a.m?
Yeah. So she had just gotten back from a road trip with her girlfriend. She had just like reconnected with a bunch
Yeah.
of her high school friends and got back, and just sitting in the car for all of those hours, she just came back in excruciating pain. And so, it was one of those pains that you're like, oh yeah, oh no, this is not a just sleep it off kind of problem. We need to go to the hospital right now.
All right. And so you go to the
that's
hospital,
awful.
probably just thinking something on the trip happened.
Right.
Slept funny. Who knows?
Right.
Bad seafood. Could be anything.
Yeah.
And you're there at 2 a.m. You're not expecting this.
No, not at all. And the doctor, luckily, when we got there at 9:00 that night, was like, it could be a blockage, could be whatever. Let's just do an X-ray just because. So they did that, and then they came back, an hour or so later, and something showed up abnormal. We need to do a CT scan, and then 2:00 in the morning came, and that's when they shared. So she had colorectal cancer, like I mentioned.
And they knew this at 2 a.m. the same day, or they're like, you need to go and be somewhere soon to, figure out what this really was.
Yeah, no, they knew at 2:00 in the morning. She had the CT scan showed it in her colon, in her lymph nodes, and her liver.
Okay.
When they did
man.
a PET scan later, it was also in her lungs, but the original CT did not, wasn't high enough to get that as well.
Incredible.
So that's
how fast they can find that.
They do a dye in your body through that, and cancer like sucks it up. And so instead of it being bright and white, it's just dark. It's like this dark spot, and that's how oncologists and radiologists can find the things.
So that's how they knew it was
Incredible.
stage 4, and it was not a good prognosis because it had just spread everywhere, huh?
Right.
Oh, that's
right.
awful.
The stages is about how many, how far it metastasizes, it's called. And so when it's closer, if it's in one spot, it's stage 1 or 2. And if it, goes to nearby organs, then it goes to 3. But, when you're going from your colon to your liver, like that is in your blood, it's traveling, and it's just everywhere. So
I'm sure in the
Oh,
next
Alex,
24,
that's awful.
48 hours, even the next week or so, you're probably Googling everything, looking for the podcast, trying to find stories of other people who have the same thing Amanda had. What was going through your mind in those next couple of weeks, and what were you learning throughout this process?
Yeah, it was wild. We saw an oncologist the next day, and he was like, "We've got this. This is no big deal. We'll fix you." Okay. And like we started
Feels
immediately.
confident.
Yeah.
I mean, you
We
have to
just-
have that kind of confidence. If you're going into this like
Right.
with that terrible mindset, like you're not. I feel like it's not going to help you.
Right.
I don't know how to describe it.
I do. The night we got home, I Googled the survival rate, and it was like 15% over 5 years.
Oh shit!
Like that's it.
Oh,
And so
no.
like I knew this thing was going to get her at some point, whether it was 16 months, 2 days, 5 years, 15 years, like this was going to be the thing. And so
And at the time, 2 boys, right? Like 3 years old and
just one.
Okay.
Yeah, just one. Actually, we had been going through fertility treatments, and she would have been pregnant with a second at that point. Luckily, it did not. I say luckily, but
Yeah.
I know
for
what you
what
mean,
we
yeah.
went through. Yeah, it didn't take, and so thankful for not having a, infant and then having to deal with all of that. But she went from diagnosis to having her first chemo in 2 weeks. And during that time, it was, she had a PET scan, she had another CT scan, she had a surgery to install what's called a port. As she had a colonoscopy. It was just like medical treatment after medical treatment for 2 weeks straight.
Were you seeing any progress? Was the optimism still there for, I think it was just under 2 years, right? 2017,
Yep.
some point in 2019. Was there any progress, any optimism, any like signs of encouragement, or we're winning right now?
Yeah. There was one, so I think it was her third round or third type of chemo. So they have these kind of prescribed regimens that you go on and kind of do checkpoints through that. The first two did not take, they did not help in any way, shape, or form. And the third one helped a little bit, like it just stopped growing.
Yeah.
But
stabilized,
but that was by the next checkpoint, which was, I don't know, 4 weeks, 6 weeks later, it had started growing again. And so it was like onto another one, onto another one. We were able to get into MD Anderson in Houston, and for that we got onto a clinical trial, but that was near the end. Like we were going to go to Houston to start the trial the day she was put on hospice. Like it was far too late by that point.
Oh,
and how was she this whole time? Was she optimistic?
That's so tough.
And how was she this whole time? Was she optimistic? Was she positive? What was she going through?
Yeah, so she didn't want to know what was going on. Like she was just like, I'm going to do the next thing. I'm going to do the next thing. Right. And just never wanted to understand how bad it was, because I think she thought it would just destroy her and her fights. And we talked about like, she wanted to be able to live until our son got to kindergarten, and, just that didn't happen. But like, that was the goal. Like fight as hard as you can, do everything you can. One thing that I'm very proud of now is I had no regrets. Like we called every hospital we could. We got, treatment at all of these different centers. We had clinical trial people looking at her case, etc. Like we put all of our cards on the table and just said, help.
Yeah. Reminds me a lot of Stuart Scott, ESPN Sports Center guy. If I've read 3 books in the last 25 years, one was his, and I read it in 2 airplane flights back in 2012 or something. I was like glued to it. It was such a good book. And if you haven't read it, I highly suggest you read it. But he never wanted to know how far along the cancer was either.
Yeah.
I think he got cancer, he beat it, and then he got it again. He never wanted to know. And they never told him what stage or how advanced it was.
Yeah.
So sounds a lot like your wife there.
Yeah,
She's just always
definitely.
fighting every day.
That can be such a tough thing
definitely.
mentally. That just drains you.
Yeah,
so I
agreed.
kind of feel like I would be the same way. I'm like, let's just try. Just give me all you got. And if it works, great.
Right. Yep.
If it doesn't, just don't tell me.
I could see that. I could see it working both ways for some people. Some people need to know for the start. But, I think highly of your wife there with the attitude she had of, I don't want to know because I don't want to be discouraged from fighting. I just want to keep fighting this stupid thing. So since then, you were a single dad, and at one point you realized, I need to take better care of myself. What triggered that moment?
Yeah. Shortly after she passed, like my whole world was being turned upside down. All of a sudden, like when she was diagnosed, I was definitely primary parent. It was the drop-offs and the pickups and, the feeding our son, that kind of thing. But
you're probably used to it.
Right. But then when she's gone, like it's not even like I had to relearn what Alex liked, like what TV shows do I watch now, because we would watch this together and that together. And, what music do we listen to in the car? Like, you just have to relearn so much about yourself. And through that process, I realized like my son could lose another parent because I'm not taking care of myself. I'm not putting any effort in, especially during her treatment.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was about convenience. How can I what's the easiest thing to get him to eat so I don't have to fight him, and
Mm-hmm.
whatever those things are, because I need to be able to at any moment take her to the hospital or do the thing. And like, so everything was about convenience.
Mm-hmm.
And so I realized looked up and looked at myself in the mirror and said, your son shouldn't lose you. Like, you've got to do something.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had a friend that goes to this gym that does a 20-minute workout once a week. That's it. It's like slow reps and, 10 seconds up, 10 seconds back kind of thing. I was like, I can find 20 minutes for myself. That's it. Once a week, I can find that. And then as we talked about, the pandemic happened, and you had to, how do you go to a gym in the
It's just
pandemic?
throwing you curveballs left and right, my
Right.
friend. Oh.
Right.
Oh.
So I'm from Indianapolis, and we have this big race called the Indianapolis 500, and they do a big half marathon here called the Indy Mini that in the month of May. And because they couldn't have it, they created this 500-mile challenge.
Oh.
And I said, you know what? I'm going to sign up. I'm going to take my first intentional step out of the door. I need a break from a 4-year-old, and I'm going to go walk. And over a course of 102 days, I walked 500 miles. And it took me down a journey that 2019 Alex would never imagine that I'd be on today.
What an incredible journey. I respect you so much for just saying something needs to change. And you went big. You like 500 miles is no joke. So
not.
you took the steps, literally took the steps to get your health back on track. And I know you had to juggle like raising a child, dealing with grief, finding yourself. So mad respect for you.
Thank you. You left out one piece of that story though. What else happened in 102 days?
Oh yeah. Well, I lost 50 pounds while doing that. So that was a pretty big win. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That was a pretty big win. Yeah.
Yeah,
and then
absolutely.
You had another win 2 weeks later. You went to the zoo. What happened at the zoo?
That's right. So my son and I went to the Christmas or the Zubu, I think is what it was called. And we had all of these like weird random things happen. Like I needed to take a phone call, and we decided to go left instead of right. And my son runs into this little girl looking at snakes, and the two of them look at each other and decide they're going to be friends.
Okay.
And so, this is October 2020, so it's like masks on and everything still. And so I'm like looking around, like, who is this little girl? Like, what is going on?
Where did she come from?
Right. And then this woman is like looking around, and she's like, where did this little boy come from? And she asks her daughter, hey, where do you know him from? She's like, here. Well, what's his name? I don't know. What do you mean? And come to find out, then the kids wanted to go see the elephants together. And so she introduced herself, and I introduced myself and my son. She introduced herself and her daughter. And something about that moment said, don't screw this up. Don't screw this up. And so I was like, oh, hey, so could I maybe get your phone number for like a play date or something?
Yep.
Uh-huh. And she was like, oh yeah, of course. And like, she retells the story that she had no idea that a man was asking for her number. We ended up kind of separating. We'd run into each other, and then it started pouring. So we ended up under this awning for like an hour, where her and I just got one-on-one time to just talk and just be casual while the kids like ran around and played. A couple days later, they came over for a play date, and I was reading the story to the two kids, both of them, snuggled up in my lap. And I knew like that was it right there. And so, yeah, five years later, we're engaged and we got a pair of 11-year-olds. Like, I don't know what's happening.
That's
Insane.
amazing.
That's why I thought the 2 kids, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Yep.
having twins, actually.
It is. It
Yes.
is. They're 6 months apart, and they have twin energy like all of the time. And the pictures of them, they both have curly hair. Like, they look like they are siblings, and so it's very funny.
Oh, that's cute. Oh, what a story. That is fun. I love the kid energy though. Like, kids are just like, you're my friend now. I just met you. What's your name? I don't know. Like, kids can just do that these days.
I know.
So Alex, you came off of walking, right? Did you do any running in between that 500 miles, or so straight walking?
I did not. Straight walking.
50 pounds gone.
Yep.
What did you do next?
Besides ordering a whole new wardrobe.
Oh, okay.
And finding the love of your life.
And
that's true.
A big part, yes.
For the second time.
For the second time. Pretty blessed. Under Armour was doing a 100-mile challenge, and I've said, maybe I could run. And so
I love that you love challenges. That you're a person after my own heart. I love anything that's like, something that's gonna give me a run for my money.
Yep. Literally in this case.
Yeah.
What was the incentive pushing you? Was it like, okay, if I do this, I get a discount on Under Armour? Or was it like you just knew you started feeling good and it's like, let's find the next challenge? Because sometimes it's like when you do a race and it's over, you got to find the next race.
Yeah, it definitely was that. Like, I like to have goals for myself. I tend to be an overachiever just in life, in all of my,
you got to keep the momentum going, right? Like, it's good to do that.
It is. And I found that during that time, like, I was more creative. I was a better parent. I was a better employee. I was a better partner to, in this very new relationship at this point. But I was able to be more present, and I described it to one of my friends as just being like even. Like, I didn't have big swings all the time. Like, it was just when Alex got his run in, he was just even, and he was happy, and he was just in a good place, and I wanted to keep that going. And so over 30 days, I ran 100 total miles, not like you, Erika, running, that in a weekend or a day, but over the course of a month.
I'm an anomaly. Don't even think about me. Nope.
Erika will sign up for anything.
Yeah.
If it involves moving.
Except for a triathlon.
If you want to do a walking challenge, she'll do a walking challenge. If you want to do an ultra, she'll do an ultra with you. If you want to do a virtual challenge, she'll sign up for 5 challenges at once and be in all these Strava challenges and like this Yeti challenge over here and then a local one. Like, she's like,
I do it for the same reason Alex does. The momentum. You just got to keep yourself going and having
but you do them all at the same
goal.
time. I'm saying I love that you do it. I love that you do it, but she's like in for it all.
Yeah.
Except swimming or skiing.
I've never skied, and oh God, I will probably break something, and then I can't run anymore. And then what do? I don't know. Someday maybe.
Yeah.
Bunny slope.
So how'd that running go then? You tried to run 100 miles. How'd it go? Did you do anything else besides just run outside the door of your house, or did you sign up for a race or something?
Yeah. No races. It was, again, still kind of pandemic time. So there's not a whole lot really going on. I spent a lot of my 500 miles at a nearby park doing hiking and trail, walking on the trails. And so I knew these trails like the back of my hand. I knew where all the stumps were. And so I was like, I'm going to try running out there. And so I spent most of those 100 miles just out in the woods and running the old red trail at our local park. And
excellent.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
You're probably a much better trail runner than I am, to be honest.
It has been several years since I have done serious trail running, but yeah.
Now your girlfriend, your fiance now, what was her name?
Her name is Lindsay.
So is Lindsay like into all this fun stuff too? Was she out there walking with you or running? And was she active? Because you started this kind of before. You got the 500 miles in before, and then you meet her sometime around when you start the 100 miler.
Yep. Yeah, so she would love coming out on hikes at this park. We would do that on the regular. Running was not really her thing. She'd done a couple half marathons, but just decided it's not really for me. And she does a lot of walking on marathon weekends, and she'll put up a half marathon just walking around the cities on those days.
Oh, yeah.
Or she's a big fan of Disney World herself, and she'll go log 14, 15 miles at Disney. But running,
Well, that's no
not so
joke.
much.
When
It's no joke.
you're walking that much, that's still that
Yeah.
time on your feet, and that takes a
Yes.
toll. So good for you, Lindsay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How do you share the story of your wife to somebody new? Like, this is you didn't even try dating. You just met her and got her number.
Kismet.
So that you had no practice at this. Like, how do you share that story? Telling someone about someone else that you dearly loved, and it was only like a couple years ago.
Right. Yeah, I that first day that we met actually was when I shared my story, my background with her. And it's pretty weird for when a dad is like wildly in tune with their kid, right? That's just not generally in society. That's not what we see in and so she, again, as she retells the story, like she picked up pretty quickly, like this is not the weekend divorced dad. Like there's something else here. And so, through that, I shared like, yeah, last year I lost my wife to cancer. We were married for 10 years and, we obviously had our son, and it's just, you kind of rip the Band-Aid off is probably, Eric, the best way to say it, is just like, here's what it is. And, I went on a couple of dates that, they were just like really weird about the idea of an ex-wife and those kind of things, or, oh, you have kids with this person. And like, it was very clear, like they were not the person for me.
Yeah.
And with Lindsay, it was just like, I'm an open book. Here's everything about me. Can I have your number?
Well, I think it's great you're putting it out there. I mean, no secrets, just like you said, open book, and she knows what she's getting into.
Right.
So here I am.
Yeah.
Take me or leave me.
Yeah. And, even 6 years later, I have these things that I call button days. Somebody shared a story with me that grief is like a box, a ball, and a button. When the grief incident happens, the ball fills up the box and it's just pressing on the button all of the time. And as grief subsides and time passes, the ball gets smaller and like bounces around the box, and you never know what day it's going to hit that box. And so, even today, there are still button days, when that ball is just pressing and you never know what's the trigger. But I don't know. She understood that from the beginning and has been supportive throughout the 5 years we've been together. So,
oh, that's great. Yeah. That is what you would hope for in a partner that can understand these kind of things, and how grief is different for everybody too. So just knowing that it happens and it comes up, and you're always going to love her. So that's not going away, but you have enough love to go around.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's one of the amazing things. Like, we spend a lot of time with Amanda's family still. Like, they come over for Christmas, and like, they're just family.
Yeah.
It's
absolutely.
It's not just Amanda's family. They're our family.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. I'm glad you're still close.
Yeah. Same.
So let's figure out some point now.
Okay.
You do run. You sign up for a half marathon. I think it was the Indy half marathon, right? And then at some point, you advance that to a marathon.
Yes.
And what I love to talk about on this podcast are those first marathons, because they're always an experience. And I think your first marathon was one of those I'm never doing that again kind of experience, right?
Yes, it absolutely was.
And you're trying to raise money, again, for cancer research. Is this when Ketchup to Cancer was born?
No, Ketchup to Cancer actually was born about like summer of 2025. So it's very, very new still. In November 22, I ran the Indianapolis Monumental Marathon. I had a an injury along the way. And so like I'd never run more than a half marathon at that point. When I actually got to the race, I heard something pop on like a 10-mile long run. And I was just, that was it. Like I was laid up for several weeks and just didn't go out there. And so running that marathon, like I didn't know what fueling was. I didn't know like any of that stuff because
a
half marathon was the longest I'd ever done. So every step, and I get to that finish line and it was just like, there is no way I am ever doing that again. Ever.
Well, we can see from your background that was a lie.
That was a huge lie. Lindsay tells the story now that it took 6 days. And then I started looking at more races.
Good
so
for you. You know
awesome.
what? Fun fact about me, it took me 3 years after my first to do a second marathon. It definitely snowballed from that point on, but I was in the same boat. So 6 days, that's not too shabby.
It's not. And, as we talked about, I'm very goal oriented. And so I started looking at the New York City Marathon. I looked at Boston. I looked at Chicago. And I was like, I could manifest. Eric, I know you've been talking about manifesting.
He loves
things.
that.
Love manifesting.
I was like, I want to run these three races before I turn 40. I was 38 at the time, almost 39. New York would be, I'd be like, I'm 39 and a month old at that point. And so I went hard into how do I get into these races? I'm definitely not fast enough. I'm a back of the packer runner. And so I'm definitely not qualifying for Boston.
You're in the party zone.
Oh,
yeah. Party zone. Yeah. That's right. And
party pace, actually. Yeah.
Party pace. Yeah. I realized along the way at some point, I could make a difference. I could do something bigger. I could do something different, and I could change somebody's world. When Amanda was after her first 2 weeks that I had described, we got a $400,000 bill.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I was just like, I don't know how to process any of this stuff. And at the time I was working with St. Jude Children's Research Hospital in my professional role. One of the amazing things about them is they don't charge for anything. No family ever receives a bill for treatment, housing, travel, or food. And like $400,000 never receiving a bill. Like that spoke so much to me. And so I signed up and raised $6,000 for the New York City Marathon for St. Jude. And then as I was doing that, I was like, how do I get into Boston? Boston's like that's the linchpin. That's the one I really, really, the unicorn, right? That everybody wants.
It's literally a unicorn. It's so hard. I know it is.
So hard. And so St. Jude, because the year I did it transitioned from John Hancock to Bank of America. And so St. Jude didn't have any bibs at that point at all. And so I started like applying like crazy, like 7 different charities or something, did like 3 different interviews. And, as a charity runner, in case, and maybe listeners don't know, but when you sign up for those races, you are giving them your credit card for every dollar you don't raise up to that commitment level. And so
it's the scariest thing. Like for me, fundraising.
So scary.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could have done it 10 years ago before kids, but not now.
No. Yeah. So Boston is, a 10,000 minimum for most charities.
And a lot of them now are more.
They are.
It's like 12 now or something like that.
Isn't it like, say they have 10 bibs and 30 apply. It's like, who's going to commit the most money of those 30? It's like, oh crap. Do I commit to 15?
Yeah.
Because if you commit to 10, it's not enough.
Right. Yeah. The hope is, they keep the minimum, but you kind of self-commit the additional amount. But I don't know. So I ended up getting a bib with the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute. I'm going to say that again. I ended up getting a bib with the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute, which was amazing. It was a $10,000 commitment as well. Cool. I was just like, here's my card. Oh God.
Biggest expense.
Is it going to clear?
Very big expense,
Right.
but oh my gosh.
Yeah. And so luckily I was able to do that. And the company I was working for, I had an opportunity to speak at one of our town halls, and I moved our CEO enough that he said, if you raise $10,000, I will match that. And so ultimately I raised $21,000 for Dana-Farber.
That's amazing.
Which, yes, I was like terrified.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, how do I do this?
Right.
And then I went back with St. Jude for Chicago, and then the commitment's much smaller in Chicago. It was $3,500. But yeah, so I'm just like, here it is. Like, I've raised $30,000 in 12 months.
That is incredible.
Yeah,
Oh my
thank you.
gosh. And a lot of times the fundraising part is harder than the training. So
It is.
once you have, well, I mean, you've got your ways now. You know what you're doing. So
Yeah,
Right.
that makes it a
Well, I
little
have a couple
easier.
questions
Okay.
about. I got one I'm going to save for a little bit, but you might
Okay.
know what it's going to be. But
Okay.
let's talk about fundraising here.
Yeah.
Do you find it easier having the charities you're fundraising for that it's impacted your life? You lost your wife to cancer.
Yep.
Because I think Erika experienced that. I don't want to call it an advantage, but she had a personal connection to her charity this past year.
Yep.
And I did not. And sometimes Erika ran Boston back in 2018, and I think it took her like to the last minute to get every
Pretty
penny.
much, yeah.
Because she was running for, and I don't want to make it sound like a not good charity, but the Eye and Ear, it's like, oh, what personal experience do you have of Team Eye and Ear versus the American Foundation for Suicide Awareness?
Right.
Did I get that right, Erika?
No. You were close. You were close. American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Very close.
Yeah. All right. But you get my point. Did you find it when you talk to your CEO, when you talk to people you're fundraising for, that, they felt and loved your story, so they're going to donate more likely than not? And then at one point, you just did 3 majors in a year. Do you feel like, oh my God, I got to stop asking for money? People are going to just,
Yeah, great question. That's why Ketchup to Cancer actually started, because I was going through that with Berlin. Like, I had just raised $30,000. I've got this $6,000, $6,500 commitment to St. Jude for Berlin. And the money's not coming in. Like, I have tapped my resources. I'm just asking and asking and asking. But to your earlier question, it is a lot easier to be able to tell your own personal story. There are some charities that I looked at applying to, but ultimately, like, any cancer related charity is the ones that I applied for, because that's what I can talk about that experience. Like, whether it's colorectal cancer, lung cancer, or brain cancer, or blood cancers, like, cancer is cancer. And that experience that people go through is very, very similar. If I was going for like a veterans charity as an example, right? Like, I have no connection to that. We are not a military family. And I think telling that story would be a lot harder to do.
Like, the CEO is not going to match your $10,000 to that story.
Right.
Yeah.
No, not at all. And so that leading into the Berlin marathon, like, I was like struggling, like, how do I raise these funds? And like, I need to get a bigger audience. My people are they're so tired of giving money.
Yeah.
Like, you've got your diehards, right? That give every time you ask. And you have to think about, though, a little bit of the strategy of like, when did I text you last about asking for money? And like, has it been long enough? And there are times that people just completely surprise you. You have no idea that you put a post out there and I haven't talked to you in 30 years and you're giving me a donation.
Oh,
like,
wow.
whoa, I had no idea. Right.
Yeah.
And I think you've got the opportunity when you share your story and you're vulnerable, that you never know who's on your sidelines. You never know who's watching. And that applies in life and in race and running. And you never know who you're inspiring through that. And so I've just found myself to be vulnerable, to share my story, to be deep, and be like, this is Alex. This is how I'm feeling, what I'm going through. These are the things I love. These are things I hate like ketchup. And here's how we can make a difference in the world.
You're kind of building a brand.
Yes.
Behind your reason to fundraise here, to grow the audience, to get more awareness out there, and to stop, in a way, going to the guys in the cafeteria at work, be like, hey, I'm going to do another marathon. Can you give me money? Right. No, I like that. Like, you got to start exploring differently. Like, I feel like if I ran the New York City Marathon every year for the same charity, at one point, like, I'm not going to get anything. You can't abuse it. You can't abuse those people close to you, in a way, like your inner network, your second family, right? You can't abuse and overpower that. So you're branching out beyond that, growing a brand in a way to spread awareness and get money because of your connection with the St. Jude's there, and knowing that no family is going to have to spend a penny when they get that bill. I love it.
It's amazing. I'm very appreciative of just. I'm a solo runner. Like I do my runs by myself, 4:00 in the morning. I don't have a run community, and I kind of poked around with my like personal Instagram account.
Yeah.
But since starting Ketchup to Cancer, like the run community, the support, the love, the encouragement, the passion and inspiration I'm finding with just hundreds of runners out there, thousands of runners. I don't know. It makes me want to do this even more and just make a difference in the world.
That makes me happy. The run community is turning out. Let's go.
Yeah.
And that just goes to show, you being an open book, it just makes you even more relatable, and because you never know who's going through the same thing. And if somebody can connect to you like that, it just makes a world of difference. So keep doing what you're doing, man. I'm just so proud. Even though you hate ketchup is like ketchup is life. I don't know.
All right, my next follow-up question.
Yep.
I hope Erika will smile here, or she'll be like, nah. You ran the 3.
I did.
All right. I think I don't care who's the winner, but I think it's an obvious one of 2 of the 3 majors: Boston, New York, Chicago.
Yeah.
You don't have to rank them, but why Chicago number 3 compared to Boston, New York?
I mean, you're right. Sorry, Erika.
I just need another shot at it, you guys. I need another shot. Mine was like nobody was out there, so I didn't get the same experience. But I'll let you have this. But still,
Tell
Chicago.
us the good things about all the races. What did you love about those 3?
Yeah, so I'll start with the bottom. So Chicago,
It hurts, man. It hurts. No,
I know.
I'm kidding.
Like, I'm born and raised like outside of Chicago. Like it's
so that's
it's a
like
city
almost
that
home.
He's from there. He knows.
Yeah, I know. And
deep in the roots.
There's so much about the Chicago race that was a cool experience. Like being able to, I drove home afterward. Like that was a very weird thing for me to be able to do.
Right.
And
that's like Boston for us. We're like, 45 minutes down the road.
Yeah, exactly. But the city, I don't feel like the city appreciated it like the weekend enough. Like there's like this expo center that, as Erika, you described, was 3.5 miles away, right?
Yeah.
It's very inconvenient to do a lot of these things. It's not the Nike store. I tried to go through that experience too, and it was so far away and the lines were insane, and it just the experience wasn't worth it or exciting for me.
I get that.
Yeah. The course, I love the course. It's flat, it's fast. It was almost my slowest marathon. So like, but I appreciated not having the hills, like again, flat Indiana,
Right.
Very different from Boston. I'll move to Boston as my number 2. What I adored about Boston was it is marathon weekend.
Yeah.
Like the whole city of Boston is like in, and you're seeing jackets everywhere. You see restaurants having all these specials. Like the city experience for Boston was fantastic.
And you want to know, I want to jump in here.
Yeah.
I can't talk for Chicago because I haven't been, but you said the expo is 3.5 miles away. I felt like New York, everything was kind of far away. Yeah. Hannah and I had to take a 20-minute Uber to go to the New Balance house from the expo.
Yep.
I didn't mind that. That wasn't a big deal. New York is massive.
Yes.
And I don't know how any race will ever top the actual marathon. But what I love about Boston and going there on Saturday around the expo is everything's right there in Boylston.
Yes.
Everything. You walk to it. There's no Ubering. There's no subway. There's none of it. Unless maybe you want to take a 5-minute subway to go to like the Faneuil Hall Quincy Market where we went to the Sam Adams Brew House.
Yeah.
It's not that far of a transit ride or anything either.
Yep.
Like that was incredible. I love that it is a small city, but it was so compact.
Yes. Agreed. And I think that just that whole experience, the Boston weekend, being able to go to the finish line and get the photos, and I was not into running when
the road is closed.
Road is closed. Oh yeah. There's just, I don't know, the experience of the weekend for Boston is top notch. Of the three, it's the number one weekend experience for me. But race day, New York City is wild.
Yeah.
And the one drawback I did not enjoy is I got on the charity buses, which leave Central Park at 5:15, and being a back of the pack runner, I didn't start my race till 11:30.
Oh my gosh.
And so it was a long day. Just
you need a sister who lives in Queens, and you can take the subway with her.
Yes.
You don't leave her house till 6:45, and you take this beautiful ferry ride. Yeah,
amazing.
You just gotta get a New Yorker.
I'll hook you up with Hannah next time.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah, please do.
Oh man.
But like, it was cool being able to go through the 5 boroughs, hitting the bridges, and forever coming around off of the Queensboro Bridge into like onto First Avenue, and the like 3 miles of cheering. Just, I don't know, it was something special.
Even I get chills of that because I remember the
Yeah.
experience. It was crazy.
Yeah, so good.
I think you made Eric's day saying like, "Hey, see, I knew it. I knew New York was the best." But you know what? Random story.
Well,
When
actually,
I ran...
he made my day more because of his comparison of the two. Why one was the better weekend, but one was the better race day. And I'm like, you know what? They can both be number one. And I need to go to Chicago though.
Yes,
this
you
is
do.
Like,
You do.
I
You do.
need to get the true, and I need to be like, I can't keep saying Chicago stinks without experiencing it. I have
Thank
to
you
go
for
experience
that.
it and then come
I'll
back
take
and go,
that.
Chicago stinks.
So one thing, when I did Boston, I can't even say the marathon weekend was all that great because they didn't even have the expo at like Copley or wherever it usually is. It was in the seaport. So like I didn't even have to go into the city. I didn't even go see like the finish line beforehand. I had none of that whole experience. So I gotta have a redo, man.
Yeah,
someday.
Definitely.
We'll get you a redo someday, but
You're
for
like,
right now,
but not now.
it's mile 19.2 for you
19.2.
for quite a while.
19.2. Hey,
Build
that's the
that.
next best thing. It is so much fun to cheer.
So you mentioned earlier you were kind of struggling to fundraise. You built the Ketchup to Cancer brand here, and
Yes.
we got catchy, but you were trying to run and train for the Berlin Marathon. And now you did Chicago, or you did the Indy one. You're like, I'll never do it again. And then you did the World Majors, and now you did Chicago or Berlin. I feel like you had that same experience minus the I'll never do it again.
Yes. Berlin was easily my worst race that I've ever done. Definitely worst of the 4 marathons, 4 majors. It was 81 degrees when I crossed the start line.
Oof.
It was horrendous. At like 3K, I was dry heaving, and like it was so bad. I threw up on course 3 times. I've never done that before. It was terrible. There's a picture I posted, I've got pinned on my Instagram, that is like right after the last time I threw up at like mile 22 or 23, something like that. Like it was so bad. But I knew there was a cutoff in Berlin at like 31, I think, or so kilometers, and you had to get there by 3:50. And so I'm like strategizing, like, how do I get to the front of my corral to make sure I get out first, because I'm gonna lose 10 minutes by that and this and that, like how. And around the 2-hour mark, like I'm shot. I know I am not running. Like I was on pace pretty well up until 2 hours. And then from there on, it was just garbage.
Oh,
and
no.
it's like a lot of my life since Amanda's passing has been forward is a pace. And so that's what I was doing.
It's
like
my favorite motto.
Just keep taking a step. Right.
Yes.
And I ran a little bit and walked. Like I was walking a 12-minute pace at some point. I was just like hustling, trying to get to that mark. I beat it by 10 minutes, thankfully. And there was another one a little bit further ahead that I was able to make that checkpoint too by like 3 minutes. So I didn't get swept, which was fantastic. But I pulled Lindsay out on course with me to walk part of it. I was like, I need you to walk what's that?
Bandit.
That's the best excuse to bandit, though, if anything.
I
mean,
just
come
like
on.
I wanted to.
Yeah.
A bandit is someone on course who's not registered, like run, but it'd be someone who runs the whole thing. She's only out there walking with you.
Yeah. I was just like, I need a 15-minute pace. Just walk a 15-minute pace because I knew like that's where the cutoff was, the last cutoff would be, and just like huffing through. And I was like, I cannot keep this pace. And so I knew there was like this cutoff. And so I'd been beating myself up for 4 hours at this point of like, you're not going to do it. You're just quit. And I crossed the finish line, like right before the Brandenburg Gate. I had like a little spurt of energy because I knew it was almost done.
You could see it from there.
I could see it. Yeah. And I, got my great pictures, and then I walked a little bit more and somebody like, hey, Alex, you can do it. Cause I wear the Pen and Paces bib topper. And so they, have my name up there. And so I ran the last little bit. Yeah. And I don't know. I got the medal and I was just like, I did it, I guess.
Fought for that. Oh my God.
It was bad.
Hard earned.
And then I thought the rules were a 6:15 pace. If you do not do a 6 hour and 15 pace, like it doesn't count. And so I'm just sitting here like, I got to do this whole thing again. I gotta fundraise again. I've got like just all of the life sucked out of me of just like, all of this was for nothing because I missed it by 9 minutes was the cutoff, and it's like, oh gosh. And so I was sitting, like a day later, I checked the newspaper and my name was not in it. Like I checked, Baker, that's a pretty early name in the newspaper. And I looked, I couldn't find it. I was like, great, awesome. And like 11 o'clock, I'm sitting with my family. My like brother-in-law and a cousin came, and Lindsay was there, and I got the email from Abbott that said, congratulations, you've earned your 4th star. And I was just like,
yes,
thank God.
Yes,
thank God. And somebody posted pictures of the newspaper, and Baker was on like page 60 for some reason. And like I was there.
Did it go by time?
It might have. I don't know what it was. I didn't buy the paper. So
my name didn't make it into the New York paper.
Okay.
But because of time.
Oh,
they only put the names of anyone who ran 4 hours and 30 minutes or faster.
Okay.
Really?
It was actually, I think, 4:39. Yeah.
That
It might have been because of, it might have actually been finished time because like it has to go to print.
Oh.
Could have been something like that.
Oh.
But like Hannah and I ran a 5 hour, 10-minute marathon, which was my slowest ever, still my favorite ever. I felt amazing. I mean, it was the experience. We stopped.
That's awesome.
We had a blast and it was so amazing. But everyone's posting about the paper, and then I read somewhere else. I'm thinking I might order this paper.
Yeah.
And then I read that your name's not in it if you didn't have like a finishing time of this, or maybe it was
they
like
could at least do like a
4:39.
next day continuation. Like if it's not in the Monday paper, put it in the Tuesday paper. Like, come on, there's no excuse for that.
Well,
no,
makes you feel
New York
shitty.
can't be perfect at it all, but it was pretty perfect.
Yeah. That sucks.
That was quite a
true.
day. Let me ask. I put this one question down. I was going to ask you this question last, but I think it's a good time to ask it.
Okay.
Without knowing the reason you're running these races and raising money for cancer research, just the way Amanda knew you before she was diagnosed with cancer, what would she think of you today, 10 years later, running world major marathons?
Man, I think she would be wildly proud. And she was one who loved everything deeply to like an obsessive level sometimes. And so I think she would have just been so in. She would have bought all the jackets and the merch and she would have, been there cheering and just over the top ridiculous. But I think, looking now, if she's looking down on me today, I think she would be proud of the legacy that I'm leaving in her name. And I don't know, teaching a young man what it's like to be a man in 2025 and to care about people and to be invested in people's success and happiness and joy. And I don't know, I think she'd be smiling.
Those are the important values. I'm very happy you're instilling those in your son, and she absolutely is proud of you. We are proud of you. Everybody listening is proud of you. I think you're doing amazing things, and this isn't even the end of your marathon journey, is it?
It is not.
If we're going for 6 stars, London's next?
London is next in April. I'm running again with St. Jude. I've committed to $10,000 with them, and knocking on the table here to run with them again in 27 for Tokyo is the next hope.
So St. Jude's at most of these world majors. They weren't in Boston the year you did it, but they're almost everywhere.
Yes, they are. Yeah, so I'm trying to manifest that, and bring some more joy here.
You make me feel happy about something. We did this competition at work years ago. It was like one of those Fitbit walking competitions.
Oh, yeah.
And the winning team that walked the most was able to raise it might have been $500.
Okay.
And I was like, hey, I'm doing this hike up Mount Washington. We're raising money for adaptive sports. Let's give it to a local company. And out of 20 of us, I got 2 votes and everyone else voted for St. Jude's. And at the time I was like, this is before COVID. Sure. I was like, they have enough money. They're fine. I don't know anything about St. Jude's. I've learned more in the last hour with you than I knew
mad
that.
They didn't pick his.
So now I'm like, and they're like, yeah, give the money to the kids. I'm like, let's give the money to this guy who can't walk and he wants to ski. All great fundraisers.
Yeah.
But now knowing a little more about St. Jude's and that a parent never pays a penny, I would give it to St. Jude's all the time.
Yeah, it's amazing. So when they started in 1962, the childhood survival rate for leukemia was 20%. And now it's over 80% because of the amount of research and development and drugs that they're, pioneering at St. Jude. And I think they're just continuing to discover more and more stuff and be able to find ways, because treating kids with cancer is different because, if you're putting radiation on a tumor, well, radiation goes through the body. And so you've got to think about, are you interacting with, some other organ that is not fully grown yet? And how are you impacting their lives in other ways? Whereas as adults, we're fully grown and our organs are what they are.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're pioneering how they can do those radiation treatments. And another cool thing is when patients transfer between rooms, they don't get moved in hospital beds. They get moved in little red wagons because they want kids to be kids, and they do prom for the teenagers that are there. I don't know. It's a very, very special place.
Oh, way to go, St.
It's amazing.
Jude.
They sound amazing.
It's going to make me cry.
We get to hear a lot about Dana-Farber.
Oh.
Yes.
We don't hear enough about the others. So I love the reason that you found them and why you're doing it. So that's awesome.
Thank you.
I love that you're just getting the word out there. That is the most important thing. And Catchy is helping.
Yes.
So in addition to Catchy, you also wear yourself a little Ketchup costume. We haven't talked about that yet. Do you wear that during all your races, or just as a fun thing to just keep getting the word out?
Yeah, this the costume's pretty new. We started with some t-shirts and a couple like aprons, those kind of
Mhm.
things. And for Halloween, I was like, Amazon has this ketchup costume. Maybe that's like my shtick now. And so uh, my fiance and I like took the label that was on there, it was just stitched on, and then she loves doing cricket.
Oh,
And
perfect.
so she cricketed the logo on the front, and then was my Halloween costume. And I
Yup.
went down to the Monumental Marathon this past November and wore it and cheered on runners for like 2 hours before I volunteered, and I don't know, it was a lot of fun.
I'm so glad you did that. Yeah, you were actually one of the few who chimed into my little Halloween post, and you're like, "Up, just you wait and see what I'm gonna come out with." And I'm so happy you shared that. It was so
Yeah.
great.
It was a bit of an upgrade though, huh?
I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's very creative. She did a great job on the letters. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You got to complete it though. You
Oh,
got to
with
have
the
the
head?
arms and the legs, and,
Yeah.
and you got to be the real catchy.
That's true.
Something Lindsay can work on with her.
Yeah,
cricket
that's
Well,
right.
at least you have the awesome
Yeah.
sticker, and now you can kind of model what you need to add to the costume. So you got
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Well, that's
Amazing.
cool, but guess what? You're not off the hook yet. We have
Nope.
2 final big questions, and we
Okay.
might not even be done after that. But
time.
it is a new year, and we have a new question, unless
Oh, boy.
Erica has kept
I
her
am not changing
original.
my question. Stop
Because
asking.
this is the first time we're asking for 2026. Since Erica's not changing hers, let's start with mine.
Okay.
My new question is, what is your hot take? And that's where I'm leaving it, because it doesn't need to be a running hot take. It could be if you want to, but it could also be like, pineapple does not belong on pizza. What's your
Well,
hot take?
I mean, obviously, it's ketchup is terrible.
You
but
know what? I was actually
I'm
going to
I'm
say
gonna
you
leave that
can't
one.
you can't use ketchup.
Can't use
here.
that one. Yeah.
He gets 2.
There you go.
This one's a given.
Yeah, I think the as a back of the pack runner and a charity runner, I am very tired of the elitism of the majors and everybody just hating on charity runners. The London Marathon, they raised 87 million pounds this last year. Like,
Yeah.
the difference that charity runners are making in the world is outstanding. And forward is a pace. Stop shitting on slow runners.
Amen to that. That is 100% where I fall on the subject. Everyone should be allowed to race the majors, whether you fundraise or you qualify. Everyone should be welcome. Yes on that.
And I don't know
Getting
what
fired
that
up.
translates pounds to USD, but I do know, quick Google search. So, and I knew it was over 50, but the Boston Marathon last year raised 50.4. If they ever
Amazing.
allowed more people to be able to run, because Boston's max is over 35,
Yep.
if they go to 40,000, that's 5,000 more charity runners. Like, the
Yeah.
money they raise
Let
is
'em in.
insane. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great topic, though, because you could talk about, like, who earned it, who didn't, like, and all that. Like, you got fast runners who are BQing and then still not getting in.
Right.
So it's a great topic. But I think I don't know if this will be the first episode of the year, but I think your hot take is going to set the tone for hot takes in 2026.
All right.
Honestly, I love it. That is something that I get super fired up on. Like, why would you want to gatekeep something that helps people so much?
Right.
Let everyone in.
Yes.
All
Way
right.
to
If
go.
you run, you're a runner. Like,
Thank
done.
you. Yes. Oh, I'm so
All
fired
right.
up now. Oh, I'm fired
Let's
up.
make Erica's playlist go from 28 hours to
Actually,
42
when I
hours
said that
this
the other
year and
day,
keep asking the same question.
there was only like 14 hours, so it wasn't as bad as I thought. So, Alex, our amazing Spotify playlist, is there a song that you would like to add to it to pump up all these listeners even more fired up than I am right now?
I'm going to say a first one, but that's not what I'm suggesting is on the list. So,
Okay.
Amanda loved a band called 311. And when she was diagnosed, her like battle cry was a song called Strong All Along.
Okay.
And so that was her song that she just strong all along everything. Since her passing, Fall Out Boy has a song called Champion. And one of the lines in that is, if I can live through this, I can do anything. And that's like my crossing the finish line song is like, I lived through all of that.
Mm-hmm.
I can do anything.
The elder emo in me approves of your song choice.
Yes.
So, Alex, before we let you go, where can people find you? Where can we learn all about Catchy and your fundraising efforts?
Yeah, so you can check me out on Instagram at Ketchup to Cancer, TO Cancer. Also, the website, ketchuptocancer.com. I have Catchy. You can get him at my friend athletebouquets.com.
Are you selling Catchy stickers?
I am.
Why
Does
are
the money
we
go to
selling
charity?
Stooley stickers?
Tell me the money goes to charity. I think we need to start doing this. But excellent.
We need a real website.
Yes.
Do you have a website?
I do.
Oh,
I made
one.
Sure, I totally would.
Yes.
I built it like Ketchup to Cancer in like an afternoon. I used Squarespace, but
I started that.
Super easy.
I got so much going on.
That's for another conversation, Eric. Let him talk.
But yeah, I'm totally willing to help. Totally willing to help. You can find me at on Instagram at Ketchup to Cancer, Ketchup TO Cancer. Also have a website, ketchuptocancer.com. If you want a Catchy sticker, you can find those at my friend athletebouquets.com.
Oh, cool.
I think
cool.
that's
And you can
amazing.
also find all that in the show notes because Erika will make sure they're in there.
I proofread these, you guys. Sometimes I don't do a great job, but I'm working on it.
She'll add the links, though.
Perfect.
Oh, I know how to do that. Yes.
Amazing. Alex, this was cool. Listen, you reached out to me maybe even before you were Ketchup to Cancer. And this is pretty cool, man. I'm glad we finally got you on. Big year for you, 2026. We're going London and then hopefully soon Tokyo. And then that would be 6. But
that'd be the 6.
Sydney is also a world major now. So, yeah.
Pretty soon.
Ketchup to Cancer is going worldwide.
I think I'm going to put my Brooks up on a shelf and take a little break after this. I think my fiance will appreciate me not running every Saturday.
Well, maybe
for
not a
3
world
years.
major, but keep running.
Oh yeah, definitely keep running.
Yeah.
But like 5K, 10K, maybe a half.
Yeah, sweet spot.
Perfect.
Sweet spot.
Sweet spot. Well, I can't wait to watch the rest of your journey, man. This is cool. This is really cool. I love the story. I think Amanda is probably amazing and super proud looking down. I also think, though, like if she just randomly got to come here for one day and knows nothing, she'd be like, you do what? You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And then she would learn the reasons why and be like, hell yes. Hell yes. So, yeah. Listen, this was amazing. I had so much fun getting to know you. I love the story. I really do. Starting with the kids meeting at the zoo. Like, that was so cool. I live for those things, man.
It's our own little Hallmark movie, you know?
It's cute. Well, Alex, thank you for just being so vulnerable and open and just doing what you're doing for trying to raise money for St. Jude's and just making the terrible tragedy of having cancer a little less stressful for some people. Like it's the financial thing, just having that on your back just makes things so much worse. So you were just helping, and I appreciate that, and everybody else appreciates it as well. So everybody, go visit his website, go visit his Instagram, follow his journey, and
buy
chip in if
Catchy
you
stickers.
Can. Yeah.
That was awesome, Alex. I'm super happy we did this. We could have talked
same.
for hours and hours and hours about just like the whole cancer story or the whole running through. We could have spared no details on all these marathons. When you get that 6-star or when you're out there doing things, keep us in the loop. Let us know. We'll continue to share your story and your journey, and we'll get some of those Catchy stickers, and we'll take Catchy around the world with Stooley. That would be fun. But guys,
I love it.
I hope you guys enjoyed that, getting to know Alex. What a start to the year we've had. This was awesome, guys. Alex Baker on the On the Runs podcast. Ketchup to Cancer. That was wicked awesome.
Thank you so much. I love this, guys. Thank you for having me on.
We love it too, Alex. Thank you. you are so amazing. We loved having you on, and you were just so personable, and you're just doing wonderful things, even though you had such a hardship happen to you with your family, and just very sorry about your wife. But you are literally like the only one who is on my side about this stupid 6'7" crap. So
6'7".
Alex and I kind of,
Because it's not stupid.
Alex and I
Kids have fun with it. It makes people happy. What do you have against making people happy? It's like if somebody likes Nickelback, let them like Nickelback. If somebody likes U2, well, who doesn't like U2? But anyways, I digress. You go.
Can I talk now? Thank you.
Go ahead.
So Alex and I kind of cooked up this little, it's not a scheme. It's more of a motivation. So I know 6'7" does make a lot of people happy, but now it can do good as well. So Alex has sent me the 6'7" jar.
So wait, let me get this. Alex hates ketchup, but he hates ketchup more. But he must also hate 6'7". So now it's 6'7" ketchup to cancer?
No. So we are actually encouraging people to say 6'7" whenever they want, because we are going to also encourage somebody to make a donation to Alex's charity for his many marathons and catching up to cancer. So go ahead and say 6'7", everybody.
6'7". Every time somebody says 6'7" on this podcast, you need to donate 67 cents. I don't know, or $6.07, something.
We're gonna figure out how much, but I'm gonna put people's names in here, and then I'm gonna hold you accountable for it.
Cool. So. Is that so? That's a piggy bank.
Little piggy bank.
And is he selling those?
No. This is a one of a kind.
Okay, because I would love to add one.
I have
to
the one and only.
My stuff of like I got the big heads there, and I'm gonna do stuff. I got ideas now. I had some inspiration, kind of like I saw something like you would on Pinterest forever ago.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a big week. Why is it a big week?
Why is it a big week? Oh, Super Bowl. Right? Am I right? I had to think about it for a second. I was like, I hope it's not an extra big week.
It is a big week. The Patriots are back. New England is amazing. What do you always say about people who don't like us, Erika?
They hate us because they ain't us.
Well, I want to do something fun, Erika. I want to test your football knowledge and see how much you know about football.
Oh, no.
Yes.
I know nothing about football.
So naturally, if I show you this logo.
Do I just have to name the team? I might be okay at this.
Yes.
Okay.
So like naturally, we're looking at what logo? What's the name of this team?
That's the New England Patriots.
All right, so let's play this game. I want you to tell me the name of the team. Are you ready?
Is it timed? Oh my God, is it timed?
No. We're just going to insert some music right now.
Okay.
Erika, tell me these football teams. Let's test your knowledge.
Okay. Is that the Saints?
From where?
New Orleans?
Bingo.
Yes.
This is another easy one.
All right.
Layup right here.
Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo Bills. How about this one?
Oh. Skip.
No.
Can I go back to it?
Not an option.
It's an Arrowhead, you guys. It's not Arizona. I want to say the Diamondbacks, but that's a baseball team, right?
Correct.
So, but I'm not correct. I don't know this one.
Gotta guess a city and a name.
No, go back to it. Like, do a
No,
different one.
no, that's not how we played by my rules.
I don't know this one.
I'll tell you what, you got one thing right. They play in Arrowhead Stadium.
Not the Seahawks. Oh, I don't know that. Is there more than one Washington team?
Give me a city and a name.
Give it. I don't know. I literally can't think of anything to add to that.
They won the Super Bowl 2 years ago.
You think I remember that? No.
And they lost last year.
I don't. I have no idea.
Pick a city.
Minneapolis.
Minneapolis what?
Diamonds. Arrowhead. Dude, you wasted time.
Kansas City Chiefs. All
That's
right.
the Chiefs?
How
Really?
about this one?
Well, that's the Buccaneers. In Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
How about
Miami Dolphins. You missed the Dolphins.
Oh,
that's
I'm
the Chargers.
not going to do the easy ones. What about this one?
You just did. That's the LA Chargers.
Okay. How about this one?
That's Washington, but they changed their name. I don't know what the name is now. Can I call a friend? Can I call my dad?
Who are you gonna call?
Can I phone a friend? My dad.
That would be amazing, actually, if we could do it. All right, how about here?
Is that the Texans?
From where?
Houston?
The Tennessee Titans.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
How about this one? This should be easy.
How is that easy?
Come on.
It's a fucking circle. I don't know.
San Francisco.
Oh, the 49ers.
There you go.
Okay.
All right. How about this
Yeah, I
one's
can
so
pull up-
easy. The letters are in the name.
The LA Rams.
Bingo. Wow. Look at you go.
Okay.
How about
Wait,
this
did
one?
I mess up the Chargers then? Because I said it was the LA Chargers.
You did. You did.
Is it
No.
still
There's
who
two
does that
LA
now?
teams. There's two LA teams.
Oh,
What's this one?
Cleveland Browns.
Wow. I'm impressed.
Really? I'm honestly shocked I could get like some of those, but you didn't give me the easy ones. Then I would have looked better.
That's not the point.
I know.
I mean, you could do something
That
like
was
that and
fun,
test
though.
me. You could try to make me look dumb. I didn't try to make you look
I
dumb.
would
I'm
have to-
actually impressed you knew the Browns. Like that one, I'm like, she'll never get this. She'd be like the orange heads.
Wait, what's the one that Oh, the Chiefs. See, isn't it? If it was red, I think I would have
So
gotten
like
it.
one's
'cause I
like the
would've figured it out.
49ers. They removed the 49er. It's just the logo.
Well, that would have
Yeah.
that gave it away.
It would-
but
and the
yeah.
Chiefs would have given it away. So it's
Yeah.
just
You
the
can't have the KC
outline
in
of
there,
the
right?
arrowhead, the
Mm.
tomahawk or whatever. So
I was robbed, you guys.
last
That was
week,
kinda fun,
though, you offered up a little contest. You bought a jersey. You bought it from a sketchy
Yes.
site. It was
I
your
have an
favorite
update on
player,
this.
and you asked
Uh-huh.
everyone to guess the favorite player, and if they
Yes.
guessed correctly, you would send them some swag.
Yes, and there has been a couple of correct answers, so I am working on getting those out to people. But I have an update on said jersey.
Okay. You got scammed.
My order was canceled because I ordered from Poshmark, and Poshmark is like a legit site for reselling, and it got canceled by Poshmark themselves because they couldn't verify the seller. So I got my money back, but no jersey for me. Yeah, I'm actually really sad about it because it was awesome.
Who was the
And
player?
I might still try to get it. Do you want me to say it now,
I
or
have
do you
no
want me to
clue.
wait?
I have no clue.
Well, I know you have no clue, but do we want to keep the contest
No,
going? Or do you
everyone
wanna...
wants to know. We can't bury the lead here.
Fine. If you know me, it should have been fairly easy. It's Keishawn Booty. Come on.
Oh, no way.
Booty, booty, booty. It's fun to yell at the TV. So there were a few people who did get it right, and I'm sending out some stickers. fairly
Nice.
soon.
And do you want to name
So-
them? Who got it right? Because I don't even know.
Ryan Painter got it right. Ryan Reed got it right. Clint Sweat got it right. And then I actually don't know who this other person is, but they didn't give me an address. So, but
Well,
That's at least 3.
slide into Erica's DMs and give her your address.
I am. Oh, actually, who else got it right? Oh, Alex Burke didn't get it right, but he tried many times, and I said I'd send him stuff anyways because he's pod fan.
What?
So. He made a lot of good guesses.
We don't get a participation trophy.
Alex, you got somebody not on your side. So what are you gonna do?
You can send him stuff for some ketchup stickers, though.
Oh,
Do a
I think I'm
trade.
gonna need to get more of those.
Do a trade.
Actually, I do have to. So I sent Alex some stuff, and it got resent to me, and I don't think I ever sent it back. Alex, it's coming at you. I'm sending more stuff to you.
Very cool.
But Alex did send, and I have one for you. He sent us some little ketchup stickers. So, and it's cute, like this guy. So
Love it.
he's
All right, send
running.
him some
He's
stickers in
running.
return then. Call that
Yep.
a fair trade.
Yes.
Call it a fair trade. He has a couple big races coming up. Good luck with everything, Alex. Super pumped.
Yes.
He's been crushing the podcast game lately. If you've noticed, he's been on so many different shows. We talked about it with him about how remember the whole, you ask someone a little too many times to donate for all these races you want to do, like your coworkers and your friends and family.
Mhm.
Well, he's doing the right thing, and he's trying to spread the word, and he's getting out on all the different platforms to do it. So I've been
Good.
watching and seeing him do all these podcasts, and I'm like, oh, I feel bad because it was in November, and I told him like this will be next year around the end of January, and it's the first week of February. So happy February, by the way. And we finally
Thank
got his
God.
episode out. So, Alex, that was amazing. Super cool. Guys, if you love that, appreciate you. Please follow, share this podcast, help us grow, just like we're helping Alex and how Alex is trying to grow. Help us do it. Instagram, subscribe to the YouTube channel where you can watch Erika try to guess those logos. And it will be a lot of fun, and share this pod.
It's a shit show.
Erika, give me your Super Bowl prediction.
Pats win. Do I have to pick a score?
Yes.
Gonna say 35 to 14. Got to spank them.
Okay. I'm going to say 31 to 26.
Okay.
We're going to win with just a big enough score where we force them to have to get a touchdown, not a field goal to tie it or whatever.
Okay. All right. We'll see how it
I want
goes.
to see them win. Drake May, Stephon Diggs. I'm learning these guys. I don't follow them like I used to follow them back in the Brady days.
What,
I
you
love
didn't
Vrabel.
know
I love
Booty? How did you not know Booty?
I didn't. No clue. Would never have guessed. And I only know Stephon Diggs, because of Cardi B, which I never knew Cardi B until they said some star was dating Stephon Diggs, and she's at all the games, and she's with not Belichick. Speaking of that, what a robbery! Not
What?
a first-time ballot Hall of Famer. Absolutely robbery. Some people are pissed off that Belichick beat them. Unreal. But yeah. So I have admitted, like, I went to Tom Brady's last game, the playoff game, when Vrabel was the Titans coach and beat us. I followed a lot during that whole era, and I have kind of dropped off since kids were born in our lives. And I only watch if it's a nighttime game now. And I tend to only watch the Super Bowl and maybe one random Sunday night game. So I've been paying attention, though. I always have paid attention. So I don't know anyone on the team besides the quarterback. His wife sounds pretty awesome, and she has the baking channel, and she's bigger and more popular. But the Patriots are back, and I'm pulling for them. I hope they win. Go Pats, baby.
I just really hope that the Super Bowl delivers commercial-wise, too.
Did you see they're already posting commercials?
I saw, like, some of them had the, like, half of a commercial and then the date. And I was like,
did you see
really
the Jurassic Park commercial?
No, I don't think I did.
It's good.
All right. I'm going to pay attention. That's the only time I will watch commercials voluntarily.
I just don't understand why they're releasing the commercials the week of the game. Like,
because they pay for it, I'm sure.
But no, you pay millions to have it debut during the game. Why do you have to play it all over your social feeds days before? Like, we already seen it. Now we're just going to go away. So
I don't know, man.
The surprise and suspense. Like, do you remember Tubi? Tubi is like a TV thing. They put out a commercial and they didn't tease it, right? And it made it look like you're watching the game. The channel goes back to the game. You got the commentators. Welcome back to Super Bowl, whatever. This is a real good game so far. And then all of a sudden your TV starts changing the channel. And it goes to like some movie and whatever. There's like Tubi TV and all this. And people are watching like, who has the controller? Lift up the cushion. Who's changing the channel?
That's hilarious, actually.
You don't remember this?
I don't know.
It's like 2 years ago. It was the best commercial because it tricked everybody to think someone sat on the remote.
That's clever.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That was fun. But it was a long episode with Alex. We're approaching 2 hours here. We told people we'll try to stay under the 2, like not like hit that 2, but.
Well, it's a good thing we cut it short because I honestly can't chime in anymore about anything football because I don't know much.
Apparently so. We just learned with the game.
It's so obvious.
Hey, that was a lot of fun.
Booty!
Guys, have a great week. Enjoy the game. It's cold out there, I know. Embrace the suck. The cold never bothered me anyways. I'm back running. Erika's going to keep running. Good luck to everyone right now training for Boston. I know these days are tough, so let's do it. We are 2 months away from Boston weeks. Believe it or not, we're that close.
It's coming.
It's coming, baby. Erika, take us home.
First off, go Pats. Thank you guys so much for listening. You know we love you.
Don't fear the code brown.
Don't forget to stretch. Oh, what's this one? That's just a football.
Yeah.
It's a green football. Who is a green football? I have no idea.
They won the second Super Bowl. Joe Montana was their quarterback.
I don't know.
They're
Now
terrible.
it's history.
The Patriots beat them all the time. We love to beat this team.
The Jets?
The Jets from where?
New York.
Yeah, but really New Jersey.
Oh.
Last one.
Those are the Raiders.
From where?
Oakland Raiders.
Wrong.
Damn it. Wasn't it Oakland? Or
They
it
moved
used
to
be?
Vegas.
Oh, fuck.
Who is a minority owner of the Raiders?
Tom Brady.
Yeah. Wow.
Really?
Yes. Holy cow. Amazing.
Dude, I don't know.